Greetings and welcome to episode 180 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod USA campaign. This, my friends, how we left it last time. As you can see, we are now about to engage another German force here. We're trying just to clear the behind the lines here, because the Germans really have struck very far behind our lines. We allowed them to do that. Entirely my fault, my friends, but now we're clearing up this mopping operation, as it were, to try and clear the towns and villages, even the threats to the cities they're bringing towards us. As you can see here in the north, we did bring this town under our control again, pushing back the German forces here. Also, we've got forces here just outside of Vilnius as well, but we are not going to allow them to stand here any longer. Now, as you can see, we've moved against, we've moved against them to bring them into battle here, but they've got some Swiss Grenadiers here and also some Swiss Line Infantry, but really tough fighters. The rest, not so much, apart from the pikes here, which can be a menace to the cavalry, and we do have lots of cavalry here in this army here. And we've also got some cannon, which will definitely come in, but they've got rockets and also rocket troop here as well. The rockets can be pretty brutal if they're left alone. We do have a reserve force here, which will come in as well. But I think we've got enough here to do some real damage here and hopefully vanquish this another German army bit by bit. We're just eliminating those armies that are behind our lines, as it were. Just eliminate them, bring them back under our control here. Once we've got all these German armies mopped up, removed, this will free up a significant portion of the our military that we've had to use to sort of get rid of them, as it were. We've allowed them this to happen. I've allowed this to happen. Took my eye off the ball here. Our focus is on the Middle East, because we've had a brutal fight in the Middle East against the Persians. We really were up against it there, but we've got peace with them at the moment here. We've still got a lot to do there. We are attacking, or moving in to attack the Istanbul against the Ottomans, remove the Ottomans once and for all. But we'll keep our eyes on the Persians. We've also got to keep our eye on the Afghans, because the Afghans are moving in against us all. At least they're building up their forces on the border in and around Persia. So again, we've got to be careful here. The Russians, not so much. Spain, again, just holding its flank, as it were, but we've got to be really careful what's happening here. But this is going to be our fight here. We are going to take this battle. We're not going to move away from it, because I'd like to try and take this army out here, or these army and this sort of rockets. So once we've destroyed these, we can then move up here and destroy these forces here that are harassing this town here. But let's take this fight, my friends. No more dilly-dallying here. Let's take this fight. Hope all of you have been well, my friends. Again, apologies for the lateness of this video, but been very, very busy as well of late, getting myself back on track. But let's take this fight now. We got to remove these armor. We might spend a couple of episodes just removing sort of the tail end of these German forces that have moved behind our lines now. We've got to focus now, make concerted effort to remove them from our lands. As you can see here, look at the topography of this battlefield. We've got this village here behind us, so it's going to be a little bit of a problem for maneuvering, because we can't really back away here. But look at that slope down here. Look at that. It really does fall away quite a lot here on the left flank. Where's the we've got quite a short, there it is here. So you can see we've got this sort of almost a very strange deployment zone here. It sort of zigzags here. We've got almost a Z here shape deployment zone here, and it's got I've got a deep, wow, that's a really deep deployment zone. Again, running all the way down here on the right as well, not as far, but I was still got, yeah, this very sort of Z shaped deployment here, probably because of the village. But I think what we will do is we'll just commit more of our forces on the left here. Probably some cavalry over here on the right. But again, we've got this cluster of outbuildings here, as it is, and houses here that are just giving us a little bit of pause for thought in terms of our deployment. We've got to make sure we absolutely destroy it. Remember, we hope the German forces are going to come in from one of these angles here, and not from behind us. So that's going to be a real key to us. But I don't think they will, because of course we're facing them head on, as it were. But we are going to be hit by those rockets immediately. So let's get our cavalry. General Miki Kerr, one of our original generals. That's how far back this goes, my friends. Right, let's go out crash here. Let's just get our cavalry into one spot here so we can deal with it efficiently when the time comes here. So, gentlemen, thank you. Let's just place them here. We should have more cavalry. I think we've got more cavalry. We doing? No, we don't. That's the general here. I know. We've got a lot of cavalry which we're going to use here. We're going to use them as the battering ram. Here. 2 more cuirassiers which will just sit on this right side here for the moment. Now let's set up a cannon. We've got our cannon here. Howitzers, which I'd like to probably just set up on the crest here before it tails away here, the hill. So let's just set them here for the moment. Where is the deployment zone? Here for the Germans. Here, so we're going to actually catch quite a few of them here in this arc of fire, which is excellent. Now let's set up our main defences around these cannon here. We've got 151st, so you can see this army does have a number of, actually has a number of numbered units. That's unusual because we've got so many units. Seeing some of the original units still in the theatre here is quite exceptional. We'll have the 154th in the vanguard of the defence here. This regiment here on the right. Again, just having this strong defence here. Just don't get caught out here because we're still fighting a formidable foe here. We mustn't become complacent. We'll have the 58th here, one of our originals on the right. We might just arc another one here as well, just to make sure we've got every angle covered. We've got enough infantry to do this. The regiment here. Oh, look at that, it slopes off here. Can we put them here, perhaps, just to cover this particular flank here? It's going to be a little bit awkward, or we could just drop them off here. Ooh, that's a little bit, look at that, that's a little bit tricky there. That's a little bit tricky. So you can see that's not here's where, but they can't get up there either. So I think we'll just put these gentlemen over a little bit here just to make the most of them. We don't run into any issues here. We've got a little bit of a gap in our defences here, but still we should be okay. That regiment here on the left. Okay, making sure we're fully covered, gentlemen. Thank you. I think we'll have another regiment here on the left again. We've got plenty of cavalry which will do some of the hard lifting for us, as it were. The regiment here. We'll just have another regiment here, I think. I think we'll just pull one regiment into the middle behind here as a reserve. Probably going to put them in the centre, I think, just so that we know we've got them. Let's take them off fire at will so we don't have any casualties. Now, cavalry. We've got 2 regiments of cavalry here, which we'll probably set, well, we'll definitely set a bunch. Look at these here. This is going to cause us a few problems. So, getting the cavalry to flank around, which will mean maybe they might come down the slope here, which should be okay. This slope here should be coming. They can move around. We won't commit too many on this right flank because it's going to be too difficult to manoeuvre. Most of our cavalry is going to be on the left. We might just keep 2 regiments of cavalry in the reserve here. Well, I want the cuirassiers out in the field. I think we'll just keep the regiment of horse back, just in case. You never know. Regiment of horse. The rest of the cuirassiers, if I'm not mistaken, indeed. Let's use this armoured fist here to really punch a hole through the German lines here. Remember, they've got those pikemen as well. We've got to be careful we don't get caught. As you can see, the deployment here has not been kind to us at all. The topography here is pretty brutal for a deployment. So we might just cast these gentlemen down on here as well, just to make sure we can run through this sort of valley, as it were. There's a valley here, as you can see. We run through this valley here. Keep 2 regiments of horse back, just as a reserve. And we've got 2 lots of cuirassiers here as well, if I'm not mistaken, indeed. Let's begin, my friends. Let's begin this fight. Ah, they look like it. Oh, look at that. They are hidden in all of this forest. Right, let's get these gentlemen moving here. Here they come. They're over here. They're over there. So this is where they're coming in. They're coming in over here. Look at, there it is. Let's set a trap here. Let's set a trap. They're going to come in pretty hard here. We've got to be careful on this now. I'm glad we kept these back here. Let's just set ourselves fair here. Let's get them into position. Double time. Oh, look at that. It's going to be absolutely brutal. As we suspected. God, that's a brutal. Gentlemen, double time! We've got to deal with these. Why do they got a lot? That's a lot of horse moving up here, it really is. Absolutely brutal. They're going to just absolutely destroy our front lines here. We're going to get ourselves some of these rockets for definite. I think we're going to punch a hole through this. We've got to deal with them. We have to deal with them. What the blazes? I tell you what, our troops have been absolutely decimated by. He's been absolutely decimated. I think we'll just make sure we got this flank covered here. We've got them. We've got them. Can we get in behind them here? Can we get in behind them here? There's some more rocket troops. Got them. I'm going to send one of these cavalry here out there on the flank. Let's get into these Swiss Grenadiers here. straight into this, straight into that there. Look at that, we've got the cannon. That's a beautiful sight. Cavalry really has done the hard work here. Come on, break them, lads, break them. Nothing left here now. Nothing. Oh, they got. They almost take a bit of a pasting here. Come on, lads, get in there now. And clear this whole flank here. Let's get him out of here before we get really hit hard here. That was a wonderful strike there. Look at how he hit them hard here on the flanks. Now they don't know what to do. We can draw them out all over the shop here. If we can draw them into this arc of fire here, we've got a wonder. But we don't need all of these gentlemen over here either, do we? So let's bring these two regiments. Actually, these 3 regiments here, and let's close the door on these here. Let's deal with them, gentlemen. Deal with them. Swiss pikemen, an absolute bane. It's a wonder to see. Look at that. Come on, gentlemen. If we could just punch a hole through these here, it would be an absolute wonder. Oh, look at that. Additional cavalry, that's going to be an absolute fantastic sight. They've gone. Another regiment eliminated. Those pikemen are going to be an absolute menace here to us, they really are. Come on. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. The artillery has been absolutely key critical to us here. Those pikemen just give us the, they give us the, a lot of worry there, but, oh, we've got them. Look at that, we're right on them there. as soon as they come in within range, we're not going to risk our cavalry for just... Because if we go into this box here, pikemen, you can lose all your cavalry. I mean, look at that. That is an absolute... Look at that. You're not going to get anywhere near it. That's going to require firepower on that. Look at this. The whole flank is now crumbling. Oh, that's a wonderful shot. Here they come. They've had enough. They've had enough. Wait, lads, wait. Yeah, they've been absolutely obliterated. Daisies. Time to deal with this, I think. That's more like it, look at that. They've had enough, they've had enough. Oh, look at that, that's a wonder. Got them. Go to the rocket troops, thank you very much, gentlemen. You just stay away from my cavalry, thank you very much. They're out of range there. They're out of range. They definitely come after the cavalry. They won't get them, I can promise you. Well, actually, we can deal with these. If we just draw them out far enough, we can deal with them. Now. Now we can deal with them. They've gone. Got them. Hand to hand, here we go. They've gone now. They don't like it, sir. All of them gone, please, gentlemen. No more militia. Can teach them a lesson here, a hard lesson. The German. Look at this. Has been absolutely brutal for them. Brutal. Teaching them a hard lesson, a real hard lesson here. They have now tangled. We've got the bit between the teeth now. All these flanks are going to be cleared. Everything behind our lines is going to be cleared. It's going to cost us a good few men here, but we've got to do this. Come on, let's deal with this now. Go on. Oh, he's gone. They've gone. They've had enough there. There's only 9 left there, though. These Jaeger have fought really well. Got to be honest, they fought incredibly well, those Jaeger. But now we've dealt with it now. I'm not sure that that's it. You fought well, gentlemen. You fought well. All of them, please, gentlemen. All of them. Yes. We're in the battle here. Look, oh, close victory. What a wonder. Look at that. They lost 2,866. We lost under 1,000. Look at me. That was a wonderful fight. It really was. Cuirassiers again did a phenomenal job. The Red Line Regiment, Line Infantry did wonderful there. Regiment of Horse did exceptional. Cuirassiers. Look at that. The Cavalry really did carry the day there. Lots of experience coming in here for this arm. Look at that. Now that's a general. My goodness me. Gone. And he's been cast aside here. We're going to keep an eye on him there. I think we'll chase this one down here. As you can see, the Council of Sing will watch the Carpathian Mountains as well, man. Yeah, I think we'll... Yeah, I think we can... No. Yeah, let's deal with that. I mean, look at that. How is that even possible? But it's been dealt with. We can repair and replenish these gentlemen here now. The Carpathian Mountains, we've got to be careful here. The Council is a bit wary of the Carpathian Mountain passes. So we've got to be really wary of what's happening here. Oh, look at the size of that Afghan force there. That's extraordinary. But as you can see, a lot of them have got tattered flags here, which means probably because they've lost the link with Persian trade, that's going to hit them pretty hard. I know they've got trade with the Mughal Empire, but look at this as well. The Ottomans almost at full strength as well. That's going to be a real tough fight here. It really, really is. But it's one we've had to commit to, and we've committed a vast amount of our troops as well to it. At least 4 army groups involved. So 4-8 Russia. They're hanging on by the skin of the teeth, the Russians. Persia, I hope they'll keep themselves out of any further mischief. Looks like they're just replenishing and repairing theirs. The Spanish. I'm always intrigued with the Spanish. Look at the size of the Spanish forces here. It is extraordinary. All of them are now at full strength, apart from this army here, which is not at full strength yet. But everyone else has been replenished. So, whoa! There it is. There it is, my friends. Oh my gosh, it's happened. Spain has declared war. Wow! And what if Courland come on this side? That is it. Oh my gosh, look at this. The power. Oh my word, what's going to happen here? That's extraordinary. We've been waiting for decades for this to happen. Decades. And it's finally happened. Spain has declared war upon us. Wow. We knew it was coming, but my goodness me, we didn't expect it then. It's going to really... Wow. This changes absolutely everything. Because if they hit us here on this northern flank, we're going to crumble because we've only got 2 armies stationed here against what? There it is. There it is. They've moved right between our lines already. Wow. We've got to deal with that Spanish force straight away. We've got to send a message to them and also reinforce that flank. I think we might just see what's going on here. I might get the council's advice here, what's going on. So we've got enemies here, Mashad here. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Mashad is fine there. We knew this would be happening, but we've got these gentlemen here as well. There's going to be scouting out what's happening here, but we know what's coming here. Look at that. That's an abundance of Mughal forces here. Let's get these into position. We mustn't neglect the Eastern and Middle East either here. We've already done that once before, and it was to our detriment that we did that. So we've got a powerful force around Esfahan. Hopefully we can draw them into it. Let's deal with these things first before we face the main thing. Oh, look at that, New Spain. But that's not really going to help us there, is it? Let's be honest.
At the ready.
Let's move the German to here, so we've got security at the port. We don't know what Spain's going to do here in the New World either. Although we've got it fully under control. Now, what's happened here? Now, one of our generals has passed away here. Oh, look at that. Looks like here. Indeed. So let's just bring another general into here. We must make sure all our armies are fully controlled. Ah, agent recruited, Transylvania. Here, oh look out, we've got another missionary here, which is excellent. Oh, actually, it's a really, really good missionary, actually. Pious, we might just send them towards Spain to see what's going on there.
Awaiting your
While we're at it, we'll replenish and repair this here. My goodness, we've got so many things going on. It's scary how much stuff we've got to deal with here. Let's replenish this army here. Again, here, replenishing all these armies. The army of Mickey Kerr has just fought off that German army there. And this army as well, which came in to help us. Look at that. That's excellent. Got this German force here, but we're not going to be moved away from our main aim, which is to deal with these armies that have moved through our territories. Luckily, Courland didn't come into the aid thereof. We might have to leave Russia alone here. We might need these forces for Spain. Do we still go ahead here with our attack against the Ottomans? Now that Spain has declared war upon us, now that Admiral has passed away here. So let's just make sure we've got everything absolutely. Might we got nearly 500,000 gold in reserve. Keeping an eye on what's going on here, the Mughals. If the Mughals move against us as well, we're going to be really pushed. But at the moment, we've got everything under control thus far. But let's have a quick look here at the Spanish front. Let's just remove these gentlemen here. Ooh, of course, that New Spain, he's replaced the NP rig that passed away. Now, they've already slipped a force here. We can see another one's going to be moving. Let's have a look at this army here. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. A lot of cavalry. What have we got here that can intercept a strong force? But I think we have to pull this force here from Hanover to intercept it. We can't afford to lose. We need a general in here as well. We haven't retrofitted any of these forces, but that's fine. We'll probably pull these forces away from here. And I think we're going to do that just to reinforce this flank here.
Forward for crown and country.
Yeah, we're going to have to pull these forces away here to reinforce this flank.
Forward.
This is where they're going to move in through.
Ready and waiting for.
Mind you, I'll leave Prague. Mind you, the Germans aren't going to move against Prague. There's no chance.
Ready and
In fact, let's rid ourselves of these gentlemen here. I know it'll probably cost us actually not too much. That's absolutely fine.
Forward.
They're gone.
March.
We'll replenish it, then we're going to move against these gentlemen here as well and remove them entirely. That's been replenished here. We can't allow these forces to loiter around here. Now, France is at peace with us. We're going to move these. We can't. We can, but it's probably a long way around unless we can.
At the ready.
So we might move against these. Can we move these as well? We can.
Yes, sir.
And these gentlemen we can. So but then again, we've got these forces here that need to be dealt with. Therein lies a problem. So we've cleared all of this as German forces. We've now got our own forces moving here. We might try and move against Moldova here, I think. with these forces
Yes.
here. I think that's what we might do.
Sir.
Let's bring up these to full strength. We've got an army here,
Orders.
which we're going to send around here this way. We might leave in the fort here so they don't try and operate through here. Mind you, they can't get past us here. They can. We control the bridge here though. But Spain, my friends, this is it. And they've also got forces here, but we don't know what's in here. But that is a mighty force they've got there, my goodness me. And it looks like they're also going to be sending forces. Look at it, all these mostly at full strength. They're going to be sending forces from here as well. What a battle this is going to be. My goodness me. And there's the first one. Here. I need the council's advice. We're not going to go any further here. We need the council's advice here. Because this is going to be probably one of the biggest battles we'll ever face. I kid you not. Only because we've got these on the board already. Are we anywhere near possible to hold this? I'd like to find out what's going on
Ready for action. How may I
a
serve?
little bit further this way.
Unseen, unheard. Your orders. The night is my friend. Watch.
Ah, bingo. Mind you, these are stopped here, but we need to find out where the reinforcements are, where the reserves are. We've still got this gentleman here.
I serve the Lord's will. Yes. Let me rest.
It's going to keep our intelligence network spread out here. We're still at war with Sicily here. We can't move across against Sicily. We were going to do that eventually, but we've committed now to taking the Ottomans out here. Some of the council's saying we should commit to improving our diplomatic efforts with Greece. Can't get trade here. They're indifferent. I think we might present a state gift here, just to sweeten things up a little bit with them. Oh, shit, we're hostile with this. We're not really interested in that. Venice. Will they be interested in a trade agreement here? Just to keep them. No, obviously not. That's absolutely fine, but again, we've got to keep an eye on what's going on here. But I'm going to wait for the council's advice here. I think I need the council's advice. What do we do here? Do we hold the defensive line? Maybe move in some additional forces here. Build up a strong force here and attack through here, but it's going to be a real fight. I cannot overstate, my friends, how difficult this is going to be. Because they're dug in depth here. You're not facing one or two armies. You're facing, well, army groups. Look at this here around the town of Strasbourg here. An army group defending it, or probably more than an army group defending it. And, I mean, Amsterdam is going to be an absolute brute to take. What have they got in Amsterdam? We can't even get across there to find out. I imagine that's packed with forces there as well. They've already slipped through the net here. We'll engage
Ready and awaiting orders.
with this force here, I think, indeed. We cannot allow them to move in here, so we're just going to block their attempt here to move in. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here because I need the council's advice here. We are going to be, I mean, it's going to be a real fight because we know this here is packed with troops. Milan is as well. Paris is well defended as well. An army group and plus here, and down here in Spain. Look at that! Look how much they've got here. All at full strength, even into Tangier as well. So, and also we've got to deal with the incoming Barbary States attack on us as well here in Egypt. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here, requesting the council's advice once again. What do we do? Do we also maybe have an amphibious landing, maybe here in Brussels or against Paris? Maybe move and catch them on the hop here. An amphibious landing would really do a huge amount of damage. Maybe even here and maybe moving into Turin. But I'm going to leave that for the council to decide. The war with Spain is finally taken place. We've been waiting decades for that war, and now it's come, my friends. But I'm going to leave it in your capable hands to decide what we do. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. As always, thank you for your wonderful advice and support. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.